Hey folks, Papa Boris here playing some more Slice and Dice. Let's do another run on hard. I have lost on hard way more times than I have won, but we've managed to get 2 wins so far, so I'm a little nervous. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. So Monster Shields 1, I have tried this. This is a tough one. I can't remember if I won or lost, but it's basically like an extra HP to every monster every turn. That does go away if you don't target the monster, but it's rough. I prefer the one that gives monsters 2 shields on turn 1, and then nothing after that. I feel like the monsters get fewer total extra hit points that way. So we're gonna save this one for later. This, start petrified for 1. Oh, yikes. So that means that I believe your top side is petrified. It's kind of like having a blank on your top side, except that you can cleanse it to get your top side back. That's rough. I mean, they're all rough. Oh god, I've never played this one. I've been too scared. So it means that all your damage sides have heavy, so that means that you can never target enemies with lower HP. You can only target enemies that have the most HP. That feels very, very restricting, especially since it would apply to range damage as well. All right, we're doing ghostly monsters. I have won with this off camera, so of course it means that I'm gonna lose with it on camera. But basically every 5th HP is one of these, which means that after the monster loses that hit point, it's immune for the rest of the turn. Note that you can damage past it, and in fact you can even kill it. Like if the monster has this situation and you were to deal, let's say 10 damage to it, it would die. So it doesn't have to be removed individually the way that the stony HP does, but you know, it does mean you have to spread your damage around. We'll give it a shot. Who do we have? We have Lost, who has really decent dice sides, but only 3 HP. The Fighter is one of my favorite starting characters. Squire is the one with no damage. You have a decent amount of mana, and what's this? Ah, Heal and Shield 1, single cast cleave. That's terrific. And you, oh god, Mr. Bones. All right, we're gonna just keep yours so I don't summon any bones. The bones have 4 HP, so they're not gonna have any of that immunity HP, but I still don't want to deal with them. Okay, we're gonna keep this really simple. We got good damage here. You can protect yourself, so that I should try to reroll for mana, but otherwise we're fine. And we got some mana. I could have actually kept the healing and healed the meddler after the meddler damages himself, but this is all right. So we got a bunch of mana. Let's see. Well, we can kill the bee. Let the other bees suicide because they're not actually killing anything. Poison the wolf, and I am gonna burst this wolf to trigger its immunity this turn so that I can kill it next turn. Well, as far as hard difficulty goes, that's about the smoothest. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, the bones do have the immune HP. Oh my god. I was in the middle of saying that's about the smoothest it can go. Okay, well this will kill the wolf. I'm just gonna stop. I don't want to roll any more friggin' bones. So we'll trigger the bones' immunity and pass. Actually, I don't know if I could slay it. I might have been able to slay it even through the immunity. We'll see. Well, we won't actually. We will, in fact, will not see. My statement was completely false. Do I want to reroll the best starting yellow class? No thanks. Yeah, we've got our choices. Well, I gotta get rid of the meddler. I mean, I just can't handle playing with this. I don't know who thought this would be a good idea. The rest of the sides aren't even that great. I mean, I guess you get a 3 mana side for a tier 1. That's pretty good. But I mean, yeah, we're just getting rid of it no matter what. And who are you? You're the foretell. Okay, totally fine with it. Let's play. Okay, this fight has no high HP monsters, so we get a bit of a freebie. So I'm gonna grab the shield so the fighter can get shielded and kill the thorn. We'll take a poison, because why not? And sure, 2 damage. All right, so we shield you, kill the thorn. No one's dying. In fact, am I just being dumb here? Yeah, I can't kill either one of them. But I mean, there's really no reason not to do that. All right, healing wand, rightmost side. The fact that it's the rightmost side, which is a blank for a lot of heroes, does mean I can get some use out of it throughout the game. What are you? Oh, yeah, this. Okay, there are some combos because there is an item that removes all purple and I think red keywords. So that means if you combo that with this, you do get +1 pip to all sides, but I don't know that I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna just grab the healing wand, stick it on my healer, and call it a day. Okay, a bit of a tough one here. Unless we roll this exact side for the Lost, we are not going to be able to kill the archer and make a goblin flee. Well, let's get mana. And yeah, I'll try to roll that side. Oh my god, I actually rolled that side. Well, well, well. Isn't this nice? So we can shoot the archer with range damage, kill it off. Let's trigger the immunity of one of the goblins. Then we're going to kill that goblin next turn. Guaranteed. And this one will run and its immunity HP doesn't matter. Oh man, I'm really nervous because I've had a lot of really difficult fights in my series. And then I ended up winning so far the 2 runs I've had. This one's starting off great, and I am very concerned it's gonna be bad things. All right, the Trapper's a fun class. Lots of evasion. This thing is pretty garbage. And then this is cool, very cool. But right now, against the hardest early game fight, made harder by the fact the Alpha has these immunity triggers, I think we're gonna take the Gladiator. It's like a better version of the Fighter. It has 3 double damage sides rather than 2. Yeah. We want to, and also we have a chance, of course, to get lucky and roll that big side that deals 4 damage. Okay, Alpha did not get the summon, which is, this is great. We got that. Oh my god. I mean, well, you can't really ask for more than that, can you? I guess we'll try to get some damage on the Lost. We actually got it. Oh my god. All right, well, let's see. First we do 4 damage. And I suppose, well, interesting. This is also poison. If I do this, it's going to be immune, and then it's actually not going to get poisoned more. So I guess we'll poison the wolf, and I suppose I will burst to get rid of its immunity trigger. Now that was aggressive. When it's immune, it doesn't take poison damage, so it still keeps the poison on it, but just doesn't take the damage. Okay, now I guess I wouldn't mind you getting your dodgy because you're getting chomped by the Alpha. I'm not going to kill the Alpha this turn. The Lost only has 3 HP, so if it does die and comes back with half HP, it's not exactly the end of the world. You can just protect yourself with that. We can, I guess, just do some damage. I mean, I'll try to roll. Oh my god. Well, the dice are hot for now. Hopefully they stay that way. Okay, so you dodge. You can save yourself. Hold on, this is, what's the order? Previous. Okay, so we do this first, then this, then that. And how does this work? If it takes the poison damage on the immunity. Oh, that's actually perfect. Okay, so you basically beat the system that way. Interesting. All right, we need to just, I think they're dead with this. Burst, burst, burst. All right, Autumn Leaf, growth to the rightmost side, +1 pip. Well, the rightmost side doesn't often have a whole lot of stuff on it, so adding growth to it's not that impressive. And then we've seen the Buckler before. Shield 3 with a burst. No one great to put it on right now. I could just focus the Squire on total shielding and replace the 1 damage side. We'll get a random tier 2. Ah, I like this one a lot, because there are some characters that have blanks on the top and bottom. I don't have any of them right now, but I will replace the Lost's cruel 1 damage with the cantrip. Okay, no one's dying yet, although the Squire is looking really hurt. I will have the Squire protect himself, because I have this bandage that I can get rid of one of the poisons with, but it is, you know, it's not perfect because there's the 2 poison damage coming in. Okay, well, let's see here. So if I hit you, what I want is what, like this? Oh no, then the poison's kind of wasted. But that's fine. And then I can still foretell for mana next time. So we'll do 3 damage, or just 2 damage, and then see how it goes. Let's let the poison kill itself off. Okay, well this does not look great. 6 damage coming on my splint, so I probably should be killing this bandit rather than waiting for the poison. I am gonna have the Lost just casually dodge this, because I don't want to have to deal with poison on it. Alright, so we have 2 damage here. We'll burst it. It's a bit inefficient, but that's fine. We'll get you going with the poison. And now I could trigger the immunity this turn, but it's not like it's super... Actually, I do want to do this. Yeah, I want to trigger the immunity right now, because the Squire's going to be dying next time. So I just want to leave it like this. I'm pretty confident I can find 3 damage. And there it is. Burp, burp, borp. Okay, we got Enchanter. This is always such a tricky thing. It doesn't cleanse, engage, so it deals double. That's actually kind of interesting. I haven't really played with this class very much. The Guardian I like a lot. I mean, this is 6 shield in the first round because because your ally has full HP at the beginning of combat. That's pretty good. But I haven't played with the Enchanter, so we'll give it a shot. It could be one of those things where I end up regretting it because I just pick it because I haven't played with it, and it ends up not being the correct choice. But we'll see. Actually, I probably should have taken the Guardian because the Militia runs away if you give its target 5 shields, and so the Gladiator has a one-shot kill with those dice on it. That was perhaps an error on my part. I have a strong move here. I mean, I rolled a really good die, and that lets me get the Shade down to just 1 HP. Now, what are you? Engage? We could try to engage a shield from the Squire. Maybe if I could roll something higher than 1. All right, so if I do engage, and now this is 4, and then change the target, right? And then I need to burst, and then the Militia runs away. Ah, it's pretty good, pretty good. All right, we're gonna go after the Shade. It doesn't actually do anything. What the hell is flip, actually? I don't know what this is. Swap each side with its opposite side. Oh my god. Okay, that's way too much brain for me. That's, oh my lord. The day when I can actually take that into account is going to be a good day. Oh, the cantrip triggered and made the goblin run away. Okay. 100 empty max HP and 100 max stored mana. That is certainly interesting. So that means that you can always heal that hero with healing sides on the first turn, and then you don't have to worry about your mana limit. Interesting. Short sword I like a lot. There are heroes that have blanks on the right sides, like the Seer, for example. But this is very interesting. I'm going to take the short sword. Let's go for the damage. If my Seer whiffs, I really like the idea of being able to do damage instead. And of course, I can also change these 1 shield sides to sword sides on the Squire, so there's other places I can put that short sword. Ugh, these are ball 2 damage weakened, so there's a lot of weaken going around here. Okay, so with the quartz, what I'd like to do is hit this HP. If you hit that HP, it dies, and you can do that. The immunity HP doesn't stop that from happening. You get the quartz to here and then do 2 damage. Maybe that is something that will actually work. So we've got a really good side here. This is shield 2, heal 2, and mana 2, so the heal is wasted, but that's fine. So let me just take a quick look here at what's going on. I get 2 mana. I can, let's say, burst 1, shoot 1, and then I kill 1, like that. Okay, so that means that we're very happy with these 3 dice. Now, do I want to change these dice? I could try to fish for what? Like the either better mana or put some poison on. Yeah, pretty much everything is better, I think, than just the 1 mana growth, because this fight shouldn't take that many rounds. And I mean, yeah, I don't want my Enchanter getting weakened, so you can redirect it. Yeah, this is actually a good roll. We'll keep it. And then we're gonna do the plan. So we do this, we do that, and then we do that. I am not playing optimally because I'm not considering that flip thing that I have. It's hard for me, man. That is difficult. Now, this is not as good as it usually is, because if it deals 4 damage, it makes the thing immune. That's fine. I will accept this. Does this do me any good? Not really, because you're just screwed. Although I can actually... Oh, no, I don't have my cleanse anymore. Right, so this doesn't really do me that much good. Okay, well. Alright, it happened anyways. Okay, if I do this, is that gonna counter the weaken? No, you're still weak, so that does absolutely nothing. Oh wait, what if I do that? That does nothing. Okay, this does nothing. So we're in a little bit of a pickle here because I need to actually spend mana to prevent my Squire from dying, and then we have to do that and trigger the immunity. Can't use that. Can I flip it? That would be a blank, and this would be nothing. Oh, you're just blanks all day long. Can I flip that? That would be the healing wand. It does nothing. Alrighty, great. Usable dice. Yes, that is a really usable dice there. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm a little nervous. This quartz, of course, I can do a damage to it and it'll die. This one's a little bit of a problem. I could keep this just to kill that quartz, right? Like, but why not? I mean, I might as well re-roll. It's not that likely that I just whiff. What is this? Single use now? Gosh, these things are really putting on a clinic here. Do I keep this? Yeah, this plus burst. I should just stop, right? Because this plus burst bypasses the immunity, and that just kills it. Right, if you can kill, stop rolling. Oh my god, I shouldn't do it. I love the Gambler so much, because you got these blank sides that you can upgrade with things, and you can deal 5 damage sometimes. I think, however, we gotta take the Monk, because I need some cleanse. I currently have no cleanse. And I'm a big fan of cleanse. Cleanse is good. Alright, we got the Bell. At the end of each turn, it deals 1 damage to all heroes and 5 damage to itself. And it's also about to be exerted. However, I got 2 characters dying. Okay, it's a little scary. This Fanatic is wrecking my Seer. Well, I don't know if I can get 6 block, because I did not take that Guardian. So, you know, it might be a problem. We'll keep this so I can shield the Lost. I mean, I could try to roll for the redirect and have the Monk die instead, since the cleanse is actually not relevant. Okay, we'll try it that way. Okay, that is a shield 1 repel, meaning it damages 1 to every enemy targeting that character. Okay, well, that's not great, but we can save the Lost. Seer is gonna have to die. I mean, there's just no way around that. Now, here, I'll do that. The Fanatic, notice if I had triggered the immunity, that would be really bad because then the Fanatic wouldn't take the self-damage. As it is, it will kill the Seer, blow past these 2 immunity HPs, and then I'll be able to finish it off next time. So that means I guess we're poisoning the Bell. And I gotta make sure I don't damage the Fanatic with this. So I basically need to protect anybody but the Seer and just let the Seer bite it. We'll have to poison, take out the immunity. Note, there's not much value to bursting it because if you burst it, oh, hold on. Oh, there's nothing to do with this damage. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Did I have a reroll left over? I didn't. All right, well, in that case, sorry for wasting your time. Yeah, there is no value in using this short sword. Is there? Okay, so no, there is. What am I talking about? If I let the poison go, it'll lose this HP. But if I do this, it loses it and the next one. So it doesn't take poison damage this turn, but it's still poisoned, and it has 1 less HP. Okay, so the Bell's exerted, mercifully, and the Fanatic, of course, is easily dispatched. So, what are we looking for here? We're looking for damage, right? That's damage. And this is healing and mana. That's great. And whatever. Okay, so you kill you, and you hit you. Now, do I want to trigger the burst? I don't think so, because if I hit the burst, it's going to be immune to its own self-damage. So we're just going to block the incoming damage. I tragically don't have Foretell because my hero's dead. So I guess we're just going to use a mana to save that there. I didn't want to trigger the immunity that would have made it take less damage overall. Okay, the Lost and Gladiator are now dying. It's a little scary here. We got what? Self-heal and self-shield. Hey, we'll try that. This would not be super effective. I want to try to get a big hit on here. Okay, maybe this will work. Okay, so if I do this and then redirect, it survives. Now you can hit for 2. It really sucks that that's the way that it worked. And now I gotta save the Gladiator. Okay, so now the Bell is exerted. It's doing a damage to everybody and then into the turn. But that's fine, I just gotta save these 2. So we'll do like this and this. That'll save 1. And I just, well, but I mean, how am I saving the other one? Oh, maybe you roll your dodge and maybe you roll your shield. It's a little unlikely. I mean, I should really not do that because, yeah, the Monk can just redirect 1. It doesn't need that self-heal. Oh, what am I talking about? I can just do it like this, right? I just have the Monk do it, You do this. Self-heal. There we go. There. Oh my god, it's not dying anymore. Why isn't it dying? Oh, right. I need to not... Oh my god, I need to not hit it, because if I hit it, what happens is that it triggers the immunity and doesn't die. Oh lord, okay. This is complicated. Okay, so that means we do this, and we now need to search for a way to save that. And the enchanter is the one who's got the most options. There we go, look at that healing wand coming in clutch. So we save, and don't do anything, and it dies. Okay! Anti-venom, immune to poison, do love that. And then Hex, kill an enemy with exactly 6 HP ranged once per turn. Oh man, that is really, these are both super tempting. I don't see either of these tier 4 items very often, but I'll be gorsh danged if those aren't handy dandy. So obviously having someone immune to poison is very, very nice, because poison gets tossed around like candy, and it's even if it's just one character, I mean, that's one character you don't need to worry about. But this can let you get some kills off of big guys. We'll try this. It might be a mistake, but it's a mistake I'm prepared to make. Okay, let's hop to it then. I don't know why the bones have the immunity HP. It's every 5th HP. This is only 4. I feel like I'm missing something here. All right, we'll start growing some mana. The shield here is not super effective. It doesn't save lost, so we'll pass. 4 damage, one-shot the bones. That still does not save... Oh, the lost can save himself. Okay, great. We'll just do it like that. Okay, so we grow our mana. We one-shot the bones. Save yourself. And I guess I should... Okay, I need to use this thing here. Maybe I can have you do it like that to self-shield for 4. That seems good. Oh, wow, perfect. Okay. So we triggered one of the immunities on the Banshee. Nobody took any damage. Sierra's damage from dying last time. Okay, Banshee's doing the same thing again. That's fine. So now we can save the lost with the monk. We can just do 2 damage. I can fish for the 2 damage and shield, but if I do worse, I'm gonna be annoyed about it. You know what? Let's just do it like, let's just do this. Oh yeah, perfect. Good job. This is lost. I mean, you can't argue with the dice. The sides are good sides. Okay, so you're gonna do that. You can do this. I do regret that I didn't trigger the immunity. I could have left it at 6 and tried to hex it, but I don't think I need to do that. Oh, the Banshee's doing the exact same thing, and I will respond to it in the exact same way. Okay, well, at this point, you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna dick around. We can just whatever. I need to trigger the immunity. There we go. And I mean, it's gonna die next time. All right. Usually, you do not want to take these extra things. Oh, I can learn a couple of tier 2 items in exchange for dying. How about I decline? All right. Well, we got the Dabbler. And we got the Juggler to replace our Lost. I like the Juggler. These cantrips do a lot of extra damage. Now, the Juggler does have this thing, which is self-damage cantrip. However, we put the short sword on it to override it, and there you go. Lots of cantrip damage, good with rerolls later. Now, this is doing nothing at the moment. There's nobody that I would put this on. I mean, I can replace these weird sides with some damage cantrips, but unfortunately, that item I maybe wish I had taken the other item that had been offered to me there. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Holy Jesus. Okay, well, butts. So I guess that's an obvious one. And I can actually give it engage to do a lot of shielding. Or I could engage this to redirect and save. Okay, should I start doing the growth? Sure, let's do the growth. All right, trigger your invulnerability there, that's fine. So is this gonna work how I think it is? We do that, and then we do this, and you're dying. Oh, man. Okay, there's no way that I can save it. I only have 1 mana here. I don't have enough for a burst. Oh, God, I thought that I was so smart doing that. Do I have any rerolls? I have no rerolls. Okay. Well, we're screwed then, because, I mean, there's nothing I can do. So, yeah, we're going to keep the Juggler alive, because I think the Juggler is generally more valuable than the Monk. Who knows if I'm right about that. I can never do 3 damage to that Quartz. I will let the poison damage the carrier, so that means that since this one's already immune, let's, if I leave it like this, am I really ever gonna do 3 damage to it? Let's trigger that one and get started on this one. I have some misgivings here. Obviously, I'm not thrilled about having the monk die in the first round. I wish the monk had 1 more HP, or I had 1 more mana and could have gotten a shield off. Okay, we have just 1 character dying, which I guess I'm okay with. 3 mana is something I wish I'd rolled last time. We'll keep the juggler going because most of the juggler sides are cantrips. And you're doing nothing. Okay, well. Anybody have 6 HP? You do. Let's see how that goes. If I hex you, you're still dying. And I can't really do anything. Oh, I can! The quartz dies instantly. Oh my god. Well, this is scary, but at least the quartz's immunity has been triggered. You're on 6 HP. You might get hexed. If I get... Okay, never mind. No more than... No. This of course, is the problem with the hexing. We'll take 2 mana. And this actually kills the quartz, so the 1 damage is pretty useful. If I keep rolling the juggler and it rolls one of the 2 damage cantrips, I miss the window. All right, it got the correct size cantrip though, and no one's dying. All right, this is great. This is great stuff. Okay, you're immune. That's fine. We'll just heal up, do this, get some mana, and then nothing else matters. Okay, not thrilled about the fact that my monk died, but you know, all things considered, it could be worse. Plus 2 pips to all shield, self-shield sides if there are 4 or more monsters. Oh man, that was looking really good until the end. It means that as you get later on in the boss fights, it does nothing. And Ruby, plus 2 incoming healing, plus 2 empty max HP. All right, sure. I mean, it's HP. HP is HP, and we need it in the short term. So compared to a weird item, I'm happy to have it. Okay, so zombie, we want to try to do 4 damage to it. And, well, this could be used for the monk to heal himself, but it's a little weird. I don't know if that's going to work that well. All right, this is great, because that's going to heal the monk a whole bunch. This will kill the zombie. Now, I have to stop rolling the juggler, because I don't want the zombie to get hit by a cantrip. This thing is contingent on the, This thing is contingent on the zombie being at full HP. I'm actually lucky that it didn't get cantripped already. The other 2 did. So we're going to stop rolling that for safety's sake. And this looks pretty good. Okay, so we heal you for a bunch because you have plus 2 to incoming healing. We get mana. I guess I mean, why wouldn't we hex a Slimer, right? Be kind of silly not to. Let's do the one that's doing more damage. Oh, that didn't even trigger the growth of the slime. Wow. Okay. Well, then I'm not gonna hit the Slimer. I will just let it stay at 6 HP. Of course, if I roll a cantrip on the juggler, that ends immediately, and I maybe should have considered that. But I didn't, so I just need 1 more mana. And, oh wait, hex is single use. Oh, I forgot about hex being single use. Okay, well, there we go. We got our slime lit. I mean, it's pretty simple turn here. We're gonna trigger the invulnerability, kill the slimelet. This does absolutely nothing. And then we kill this next time. It runs away. All right, great. Okay, so interesting decisions here. We got the captain, and I'm not a huge fan of the captain. This thing, it's a lot of pips. You have to have 3 damage and 3 shield pips to do this. So while the effect is, of course, great, it's like you're sacrificing often so many dice for it that it doesn't end up feeling that impressive. And then the other side is just kind of like whatever. Like, yes, you can do a cleave. And if you happen to have other cleave things, it's 2 damage cleave, but it's a lot of work for it. And then we have a bunch of shields. Now, the Stoic I like. The issue with the Stoic is that I don't have any cleanse, except for this Monk's Cleanse right there. So I feel really uncomfortable losing my 1 cleanse. Maybe we'll just take a random one. All right, well, we got the Keeper, and we lost our Cleanse. I do like this better than the Stoic generally. I like this shield synergy, and then the bigger repels. This is nifty as well. I am really, really concerned about cleansing, however. So I, just really hope that we find a red character that has cleanse as a spell or on their sides of the dice. Okay, Rotten. All heroes get 1 max HP at the end of each turn. Honestly, not my least favorite boss. I'm pretty fine with it because the other one is like Tarantus, the one that gets an automatic kill on the top hero at one point that you can't avoid, so I'm cool with it. Okay, I was trying to see if I get the 4 damage gladiator roll. I couldn't. What we're gonna do here, I think, is, well, save the juggler and protect the keeper a bit. Let's get some mana next time, and let's trigger the immunity on one of these bones, so we can start killing them and doing bonus damage to the Rotten. Okay, 1 poison, not the worst, especially because it's cleave, not everybody. I'd rather that than, you know, summoning an imp. Now, this is good. Kill a bones. Let's put some poison on the Rotten. And, God, this is where I wish I had a cleave. We're getting poisoned, getting hurt pretty bad here. I guess we should really try to roll some shielding on the keeper. I'm going to do this because I don't want to risk not rolling a shield. Okay, so that was great. The cantrip finished off of bones. I think what we do is we just have the keeper shield himself here. Heals a lot, kills a bone, triggers immunity on the Rotten. Now, we do, unfortunately, then have to burst to save the juggler. And this does nothing. Okay. Well, let's put the poison on here so that we actually use up the poison. And that, unfortunately, gives you shields that you don't need because you're not targeted and otherwise does nothing. All right, I'm a little nervous. The enchanter is already dying. Rotten is rolling pretty decent dice, but I don't have any cleanse for this poison, so it's a problem. Okay, the enchanter can save herself very well here. This is a bit overkill. There's not actually that much damage coming in, and the bones will die. So I don't necessarily want that shield side. I'd rather have the repel to do some damage, which, okay, we got. Great. This kills bones. And mana, terrific. Okay, well, we do 1 damage on the bones to finish it off. Protect yourself. Do that, and then we can push past the immunity. We'll foretell for mana next time, and there's not a whole lot to do here, but we'll do that. Okay, so now the keeper and the enchanter are getting really peaked looking. Luckily, they targeted up here, so the enchanter's not dying. I need to try to hex this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta try to get to that HP. Engage does basically nothing. I guess we'll repel. That does save the juggler and deals a bit of damage. And I'm gonna keep this shield because we're gonna get to this immunity point. Yeah, we're already getting there. So it doesn't really do me that much good to roll damage. All right, there it is. It's already immune. Okay, so we repel. I'm just targeting everyone that has, you know, stuff missing. I guess what I should do is target you with the heal, and then you guys can just get the yellow off. I'll foretell, and there's nothing else to do, unfortunately. I don't have any healing or anything, so this is just wasted. I'm losing a bunch of mana. Now what I'm hoping is I can hex. I have the 3 mana already for the hex. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're just gonna stop because we just do this and then we can hex. I gotta say that hex was really good. I am really, really happy with how the hex has been performing. All right, what the hell is this? Add 6th times 2 if this is the 6th dice you use. Oh, that's fun. So you need to have a die repetition ability. That seems weird. And after an ability is used, self-shield too. All right, so if someone's getting a lot of shields, we'll just take it. I might have been able to roll something random better, but obviously self-shield is really good with the keeper. Okay, kind of good. It's got the steel side, which gives bonuses for each shield they have. So there is a world where, you know, I use an ability and then that makes this die higher. All right, this is a tough fight. So Troll regenerates. So you want to try to, like, obviously think about killing it later after you kill the Cyclops. The Cyclops has this part that you can stun it, but it's hard to get there with the 2 immunity HPs along the way. Do I keep this? No, I think I'd rather try to get the shield to stop all this incoming damage. All right, we got that. Let's grow our mana. Okay, well, let's see. So whom do I save? The keeper or the enchanter? I guess we'll protect the enchanter. Now we just basically can't do much except trigger the immunity on each of these. But the Cyclops is the one that I did a bit more damage to because I want to try to get to this stun next turn if possible. Okay, well, Seer's getting threatened here. Now, I need to do, it's awkward. I need to do 1 damage to it and then 2. But I don't have a whole lot of things that do 1 damage, and if I do 2 damage to it, it gets immunity'd, and then I can't stun it this turn. So it's a little bit frightening. Do I repel here? It would hit both of them for 2. Yeah, all right, we'll repel. It saves it, and then I can actually use this wand to heal it. Do I need this? This is not gonna do me oh no, I can use this to actually hit the troll for damage. Okay. So what I'd like is actually for you to roll the 1 damage side. That is what would be the best. It didn't happen. So we actually cannot stun the Cyclops this turn. I guess it isn't the end of the world per se, because I can stun it next time, and then we can stun the troll. This time it does mean the juggler's damage is wasted here, but we do get to foretell. Hold on a minute. Oh, I was thinking if I could flip this, but no, that doesn't help. So that does nothing. All right, so Seer, Enchanter, and Juggler are on death's door, but I can stun the Cyclops this time. Okay, so this isn't as bad as it looks. I just need to stun the Cyclops, and what's happening is 2 damage to everybody. So it is the Juggler, the Enchanter, and the Seer, but hopefully with all this mana, I'll be able to protect them. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to just do 2 damage to the troll and hex it, right? Yes, that's all I need to do. So we can like heal 2 damage, then the hex, and then these shields do nothing because there's no damage incoming. So I need to try to roll damage to hurt these guys more. So I guess the way to do it is what? I block anyone to do 2 damage to the troll. Then I hex the troll. Okay, now there's no incoming damage. And then we do damage to you, like so. And then we're fine. Great. We have the burst. This thing is definitely dead. Cantrip killed it. All right, cool stuff. All right, so this is a really frustrating one. I like the Shaman, good class. It doesn't have a cleanse on the dice. Oh, it does have a cleanse as a spell. Now, it's not the best at generating mana. It only has 1 mana side. But it does have a cleanse as a spell. Warlock, I don't know what this is, man. I don't know why. Okay, so I can damage myself every day. All day to get mana. This is a cool spell, don't get me wrong. But I'm damaging myself to generate mana. So what I'm tempted to do is take a random one. Or I could take the Shaman and just deal with the fact that I'm gonna have to pay mana to cleanse myself. You know what? Fine, we'll do it. I like this die a lot. I like the Enchanter, but let's grab it. So do I want this to go back on the Shaman? I don't think so. Let's just protect maybe the Juggler. And then this, sure, should go, I guess, with my healer character. And this is still not useful at all. And yeah, let's see how this fight goes. Okay, the War Chief, remember, gives everybody +1 to all their sides, so it's a good early target. We got our mana here. This is mana, but it's not really helping me otherwise. It's just mana. Do I want mana? Well, actually, yes, I want mana. I want to cast Ritual. However, if I cast Ritual, it's not urgent. I would rather cast Hex, and I can already cast Hex. So what I think I'm gonna do here is just reroll, because I'm looking for, yeah, like protection, and then I want to Hex this War Chief. Okay, should have stopped rolling. That was a huge mistake, because I rolled, I cantripped, now I can't Hex this thing, and I also can't kill it because I'm never doing 4 damage. Oh God. Oh, that was possibly a game-ending blunder there. Well, let's see what we can do. So I can at least Hex the Caw. And now we have this happening. Well, we need to, you know, obviously trigger the immunity on the War Chief to kill it next time. I can save you and I can save you. All in all, it could have been worse. The Caw is now going to poison trigger its immunity spot, so we can kill the War Chief next turn. The Caw is going to be tricky to kill because it's going to dive to the back after getting hit, and I don't have a way of doing 3 damage to it. It'll die to the poison, but it's going to get its hit off first. I'm going to keep this because it's mana. If I can get any mana off of the Seer, we can cast the Ritual to cleanse away all this poison down here. Gladiator can protect himself. This. Is it the best way to do it? Self-heal and shield. Or do I roll for an actual shield? There's a lot of damage coming in. Let's roll for an actual shield. Okay, that's an actual shield. Mana for the Ritual. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And we got the cantrip. Okay, well, let's see. So we kill the War Chief. We hit the carrier. It's set to die to poison. Okay, so I don't want to trigger immunity. I just need to protect everybody. So we do this. And then we do this. Oh, that actually killed the Caw because of the repel. And then I don't want to hit it. I mean, I'll cast the Ritual just for funsies. But, wow, it actually worked. Holy moly. Okay, well, I can't be any happier about that. Now, this is going to be a tough fight here because we have the Alpha and just general badness going on. What are my items? Wandcraft. Replace all sides with single-use mana sides, retaining their original pips and keywords. Very interesting. Oh my god, I gotta really think about this. So this is not very synergistic with the Seer because these are 1-pip sides. You know what would have been great with that stupid Warlock? I could have replaced those damage mana sides with single-use 4 mana sides. I don't think this really works very well in my party. Unless I do something crazy like turn the Keeper into like a 5 mana wand thing, or the Shaman, I guess. These are very high pip sides. Oh my god, this is stupid. Why would I do this? I will get rid of everything and just have a bunch of single-use, really high mana generating items so I can cleanse a lot. God, is this what this is? All sides with single-use mana, retaining the original pips and keywords. Okay, so keywords. Vitality grants the target 5 empty max HP. This is not target. Mana doesn't target. Mana gain, would that double up? Single use, already have it. Growth doesn't work on single use items. Yeah, there's no synergy with the keywords. I could make I could have these cantrips turn into mana cantrips instead of damage cantrips. That would be an extremely committal move. I don't know if that would actually work very well. Oh god. Okay, what's the duck? Echo to the 2 right sides. Copy the pips of the previous die. You know what? That's pretty safe. It's the 2 right sides, unfortunately, so the stuff I'm copying isn't that great. Copy the keywords of the previous die. Yeah, there's not really anything great with that either. And I don't get a random tier 7. I get 7 random tier 1 items. All right, we're taking Wandcraft, everybody. Hope you're ready for a Riot Palooza. So if I do this, you just generate a bunch of mana. You have no more healing dice. You know what? F it. Let's go. Let's see how that flies. Okay, so this is a very scary one. The Bandit, remember, turns things to stone. It's actually really effective. Oh, I should have wandified my Juggler, because once the Juggler's cantrip hits the Basilisk, the die turns to stone. I can, of course, Ritual to cleanse it off, but do I keep rolling? I mean, I might as well. The only side worse than this is a 2. Do I start growing it? Sure, we'll start growing my mana. This, I think, is a little aggressive. You? How good are you? Shield 2, repel. I mean, I can hit, like, the Bandit and the Alpha, or the Alpha and the Basilisk. That would actually turn it to stone, though. Yeah, this isn't the greatest time for that. Okay, still not hitting the Basilisk. That's terrific. Okay, we're getting 10 mana. Oh my god, this is insanity. All right, we got the shield, which is great. So this is the one taking the most damage. Well, hang on, let's see if, let's see what happens to this mana situation. So I think I'm tempted to Hex the Bandit, obviously, but the problem is that the Alpha is a more significant, and so is the Basilisk for that matter. They're both more significant targets for the Hex. So I think I'm actually going to resist the urge to Hex right now. Instead, let's trigger the immunity on that Alpha, excuse me, so I can Hex it next turn before it can summon any wolves. And then that means I'm going to have to just kind of deal with the basilisk. But, you know, maybe I can, at the end of the day, I can use all my mana to burst it down or something. I'm not exactly sure. We're definitely going to ritual here to stop the poison. That means that this is actually not a very impressive shield. And I probably should have not kept it. I probably should have kept the repel to do damage. But, okay, we will protect himself. And now I have a bunch of mana to use. Well, we can foretell to save it for next time. And... yes, let's burst twice. I want to burst this basilisk twice to trigger its immunity, so that I can either burst it more next time or perhaps even hex it, depending on what the alpha rolls. Okay, so the alpha rolled the wolf, so that does mean I'm very inclined to do 2 damage to it and hex it to death. We're gonna keep 5 mana, that seems fine. 3 mana, yep. Am I in the same situation where if I keep this big shield I regret it? I think so. So we're just gonna do it like this. You can protect yourself and do damage, and we'll flip again. All right, that was a very good trigger. Okay, so I think we're gonna do this, and we're gonna hex the alpha. So it's gone. Now I need to destroy this basilisk. That's my next priority. So, well, actually, is it? I could just get rid of the other stuff and then let all my dice turn to stone, killing the basilisk. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that and this to trigger the immunity there. We'll get a bunch of mana. I don't really need to ritual, so we're going to use bursts. Hold on, actually, yeah, I'm gonna burst to trigger that immunity and then foretell. Man, I'm gonna be sad when I lose this here. I love the foretell to save mana for next turn with interest. That has been extremely effective. Okay, honestly, this went very well. So we can kill one bandit. We can kill the other bandit. And yeah, this is just, actually, I don't even need this shield. Hold on. Yeah, I don't need to keep either of those dice. I'm fine with re-rolling. Yeah, okay, so that, it didn't really change anything. But yeah, so now I can do this and trigger your immunity. Might as well ritual. Have a ludicrous amount of mana. And there's just nothing to do with this mana. Okay, I suppose I will ritual away that poison there and foretell. Man, I wish I had one of those like really crazy high damage spells that cost a bajillion mana, like the Warlock has. Oh yes, I should have wantified that. I should have kept the Warlock. Okay, I can get rid of this, and that to get a random tier 4. It's tempting because I'm not using this. This is actually pretty good though. It's adding an extra 4 mana side because the Shaman, the right side is a blank. So having this on is an extra 4 mana. Yeah, I think I need to decline that. Not to mention that it's blocking the Juggler's cantrip self-damage side. Okie dokie, what are we doing here? Well, we got Mr. Barbarian with, you know, the self-damage craziness. I think I'm gonna just take the Sorcerer. Yep, seems fine. So we can generate mana and then cast Miasma with it. And if we get a zillion mana, we can generate a whole just insane amount of Miasma. Oh, I need to make sure I put my Hex back on. That would be smart. And let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm cautiously optimistic. Miasma is terrific against the Archer. So I can get rid of that, and then we can just get a bunch of poison on the Troll King. So do I satisfy myself with 4 mana? Yeah, it's one of the better ones. This is fine. That actually can be used to kill the Archer without even having to Miasma it, and then we just need some way to protect the Sorcerer. Okay, this is actually not that impressive because everyone's going to be damaged. Now, I could keep it just for 2 damage. Am I willing to take 2 rerolls to try to get the 2 damage and 2 shield? No, I think it's a little bit greedy. Let's just take the damage. Okay, so here, let's collect our mana and see what's going on. Well, yeah, let's protect the Juggler and kill the Archer. And so now all I need to do is just burst to save the Sorcerer. We then, what? Hit you, this does nothing, and Miasma? Does that, if they're immune, does that put poison on them for later? I don't know. Well, let's find out for science. Are they going to be poisoned when the immunity wears off? They are. It doesn't look like it, but the poison basically canceled some of the Troll King's regeneration, and the slate is definitely poisoned. Okay, well, we roll. I think I do, because this Troll King's doing this huge cleave, I do need this big shield. 5. Actually, yeah, I'll keep a shield to shield somebody else with. That's totally fine. All right. So we can kill off the slate. The sorcerer is dying. That's okay, though, because it can get shielded by his friends. And I think, I mean, either I just miasma it like crazy, or I, like, put bursts on it so that I can get it down to 6 and hex it. Let's do miasma. It has that built-in regeneration, so I get a little bit of poison on. Hopefully that's not going to screw up my hex math. All right. The mana, yeah, I'll take the guaranteed 3 mana. That's fine. And then do I want this? That'll help protect the gladiator. Well, I can also just shield it. Let's not screw around. Let's just make sure that you can protect yourself. Okay, at this point, we collect mana. And what are we doing here? Well, you can just do that to shield and heal yourself. So now, I guess I will just use bursts to not throw mana away. And then we're just trying to finagle this thing down to 6 HP so that we can hex it. Okay, we have 3 people dying to this foot stomp, which is a little scary. Got our 10 mana side. You can protect yourself, you can protect somebody. And then we can burst to save the other character. That's all really good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. So this is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's awkward. That means that we need to do exactly 1 damage to it. If I let the poison go, then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 damage is a lot easier for me than 1. I actually, it's awkward. I actually want to shield, but he's targeting everybody, so he's going to get hit if I do that. It'll be at 3, 6. It's actually fine, right? Is it? 3, 6. Oh, no, it is 3, 6, 7. Shoot. Okay. Okay. So, it's fine. We're just not use either of these. I can still save everybody with, you know, my 17 mana. Yeah, we just ritual. Let's do a ritual up there. And, oh, how about another ritual? And some bursts. There. Okay. Now I'll throw the mana away. But now what I need is 2 damage. And it dies to hex. Okay, so I'm going to just stop rolling. 2 damage. Hex. Hey, all right, what do we got? +3 to incoming healing and shields, pretty nifty. It interacts really nicely with the Keeper because the Keeper gets shields automatically from items. What is this? Oh my God, cleanse and self-cleanse? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's really good because that means these 3 things all turn into cleanses and he cleanses himself. I don't know, it's maybe not the right call, but that is really irresistible. So now we actually have cleanses on command. And we're hopefully in good shape. Okay, snipers are very high damaging, but I do have miasma for them. I'll keep a shield. I'll try to get better mana than 3, because a lot of your sides are better than 3. 2 damage is... I could try to roll for the 4 damage on the zombie. The shield's not that important, because he's not getting targeted here. Okay, we got 5 mana. We cantripped the damn zombie. Okay, so we do this... And let's see, I think we're gonna just protect you so no one is dying. And I wanna try to miasma kill the snipers, right? Like I could try to hex somebody, but I want these snipers to die. So we're gonna do this and we'll trigger your immunity here. This does not mess up any math. Hold on, I messed up. We need, I used the shield first, which is dumb, because I should, instead of doing that, use the shield now after I've used all these abilities to make the shield bigger. And if I do this, it's going to cleanse away your poison, right? Because it has... Oh, no, this is the top and bottom. It doesn't have self-cleanse. Okay, but still, the shaman's taking the most damage. We'll just block all of it. So the keeper's a little bit harried looking, but we can ritual it next time to cleanse away the poison and add a heal. All right, we have 3 people dying. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it looks. This doesn't have cleanse. It's a little scary. It's a little bit scary here. Do I keep the 3? I think we'll roll to try to do better than 3. Oh, that's 2. Okay, I'm still trying to get a cleanse side, so if you could stop rolling your top and bottom, that'd be great. This should have self-cleanse. Oh, does it not have self-cleanse? It doesn't have the cleanse symbol. That's a little scary, and I'm down to 1 reroll, so I'm afraid of if I reroll this and I get the blank, that would be very sad. Okay, that's a good side. Hold on, for science, let's see what's going on if I do this. Do I self-cleanse? No, it does not self-cleanse. Okay, so that self-cleanse, unfortunately, only applies to these. Interesting, I wonder why that is. Okay, we're gonna keep the mana to be safe. We cannot get one of those self-cleansing sides. All right, okay, I think we're still okay, because what we can do here is we can miasma twice to kill this fanatic. And now, although this looks bad, I can finish off that sniper. No, hold on. I need the mana for the ritual. I can ritual right here so the keeper doesn't die, and then I can protect the juggler with a shield, and this can trigger the immunity on the zombie. What? Oh, hold on. I did this wrong. I need to do this first. And it's actually irrelevant because the poison was going to do the exact same thing as the damage. Okay, it's a little goofy. A little bit of a trip to Goof Town here, but now we're fine. Nobody's dying and they're dead, right? Yes, okay, so I can just like repel this, pip, and pop. Okay, so we got Fencer. It would be nice to not have these cantrips, especially in fights like this where there's enemies that damage you when they get hit. So that's certainly a consideration. This is an interesting one. If you have full HP, it does 6 damage, which is kind of nifty. Or the Brawler. What are you? +1 damage for each shield I have. There's a combo there. So I have this item that would let it self-shield. And also, if the Keeper gave it shield, then that would also mean it does more damage. And then it's just like an upgraded version of the Gladiator with 3 damage, 3 self-shield. You know what, let's just take it. I miss out on the ability to do 4 damage, but I think for overall consistency it's better. And then I do have misgivings about keeping this cantripping jungler, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that seems reasonable because he's getting hit. We'll try to get better than 3 because 3 is on the bottom end. And I have some rerolls left over. Hey, look, 10 mana. Okay. Now, this juggler, I think, might benefit from a bit of self-healing because these chomps, the first damages they take, they damage the top character. Okay, so we have a dillion mana. And I believe that miasma works wonders on these golems, right? Yeah, because the poison bypasses the armor. So the only question is, am I willing to do this? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Let's just get rid of these golems. And then that gives us complete freedom to just worry about protecting everybody in future rounds. And healing the sorcerer and the juggler so that they survive the chomps. Okay, so yeah, we're just focusing on protection here. Let's get mana, we can heal and protect the juggler. Let's actually do this so that the sorcerer and juggler can maybe heal themselves. Let's actually just keep this. I don't want to risk any more cantrips. Ah, yes, the classic 1 die reroll into nothing. All right, so, oh my God, there's a hex here, and that blocks all that stuff. Oh my God, I'm glad I noticed that. Okay, so now there's a bunch of damage coming at the sorcerer when I hit this guy. So let's do this. The sorcerer now is threatened with death, but we can burst to save it. Did I do this? If I do that, is someone gonna die? No one's gonna die. Great. I love the fact that it ran away. Okay, that stopped me from having some nuisance. I love the dumbbell. This is such a cool item. 4 pips to all sides with 4 or more pips. It just depends on what heroes you have. So the brawler doesn't quite have it, and the keeper, well, that would mean that these are shield 9s. On the shaman, I could upgrade these. However, I would need to, I would need to take this thing off to put that on. So then I would really only be getting a benefit of 4 extra mana there. But yeah, I could consider it with the keeper. I could put this blinding bolt here, and then have the keeper do 9 shield. Okay, what's the other item? Horned Viper, poison to the 2 left sides. Well, that's really good with the juggler. It has a cantrip poison. All right, we're gonna do it. And even if it's not on the juggler, because the juggler's at tier 2, it'll be upgraded potentially. Having these be poison is also great, especially that right there. It can just be a massive amount of poison. Now I do need to then take this off and put it somewhere else. The juggler's really vulnerable here because the spiker is going to damage it for 2 every time the juggler cantrip hits it. All right, this is logical to save himself. I'll keep re-rolling that to try to get better than 3 because most of the sides are better. There's 5, I'll keep that. Okay, juggler not in much of a cantripping mood for some reason. Okay, so you're summoning bones, which is a little sad. What I think I'm gonna do here is, is there a way that I could have done 4 damage to insta-kill these zombies? Unfortunately not. Okay, what I'm gonna do is miasma here. It's really good to get rid of the spiker through poison, and stunning the whiz to stop 2 skeletons from being summoned is pretty strong. I will do this because that hits everybody, and then you're just gonna hit somebody for the shield and you're accomplishing nothing. Okay, so don't know if that was the best play, but we're pretty healthy here. So now the whiz is doing 4 damage and a weaken, which is uncomfortable. I'm gonna keep your mana. I really wanna make sure I have mana here. I want this to save the brawler or yourself. I'm considering whether to risk letting the juggler cantrip. The juggler can survive a hit to the spiker, so we'll hang on to it. All right, and now the zombie's gonna die of poison. Why is it dying? It has, actually, because it's taking 4 damage. Anytime it takes 4 damage at once, it dies. So my main concern here is like just basically protecting everybody. Well, I could, let me just check this move out. I could do this and hex the spiker. That means I'm not casting a ritual this time, but the keeper can protect himself, and that zombie dies. Okay, so I do need mana this time for a ritual to save the keeper, and the whiz is up here, kind of sitting pretty in the back. Okay, that lets me cast a ritual, so I'm not gonna mess around with it. I am gonna keep it. So I just need to worry about saving the juggler and the keeper, basically. And I think I can do that because I can ritual right here, and that should save everybody. Okay, it doesn't quite save you, but luckily you got a shield for yourself. So we're just gonna do that. Oh, that actually killed Wiz. Interesting. Okay, I don't know why the game tells you can use dice when all the enemies left are immune. That's not even killing anybody, and we're good to go. All right, for our final fight, remember, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause for a second. All right, look, I'm gonna be honest. I am very scared of this fight, and there's a very good chance that I'm gonna lose. Let's talk about it though. If you are playing the game and you get this boss, the inevitable, I highly recommend that you stop everything that you're doing and look at these dice, because this is a really challenging boss. People complain about it on Reddit, and the curse I have does make this boss, I think, even more difficult. So let's talk about it. The inevitable has 3 different sides. This side does 3 damage and 3 weaken to the top and bottom allies on your squad. This one does 3 damage and inflicts exert in a cleave. Exert means that the following turn after you use a die, all the sides are blank. And then this one does 6 damage to one target. It has to be the target with the most HP, and it also heals himself. Now, this boss comes with a bunch of immunity HPs, and the curse adds some as well. And the weird thing is that even though the text of the ability and the curse are exactly the same, they are not on top of each other as the rules as written would suggest. Somehow this asshole has like extra immunity HP, and I don't really understand why they're situated the way that they are. It's supposed to be every 5th HP, but why is this one? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't get what the hell's going on and why the stagger happened. So this guy is very hard to damage, even harder with the curse that I currently have, and he has a 3rd chance of healing himself. In addition, every single one of his sides has the era keyword. Era means that it gets +1 pip for each turn that has elapsed. So the longer the fight goes, the worse that your odds of surviving it are. So that brings us then to our final choice of upgrade and what the hell my strategy is going to be. What I'm going to do is grab the Venom and try to get a huge stack of poison onto the Inevitable with Miasma and the Venom's poison attacks, and my Shaman hopefully doesn't roll terribly and can generate some of these high mana sides and get a bunch of mana really quickly and stack a bunch of poison on this asshole before he, eras up and starts just having unbeatable attacks. Now you might say, but Papa Boris, why not then take the Ludus and put the poison item that you're using on your current orange character and make these two sides have poison and get really big poison attacks on the Inevitable? That is a way to go. What I'm going to do, though, is grab the Venom, because the Venom has built-in poison. There will be times where I don't care about doing damage, and I actually really want to have this heal and cleanse to get rid of Exert on an ally, for example, or a big weaken effect. And I'm going to put that poison item on the Brawler so that this thing right here has the potential to be a really huge poison attack. If I can get the shield on him, and this has +1 pip for each steal, and it has poison, that would be like 8 poison. That's my plan. I'm going to try to get a big poison stack on him, and then let everybody die, but hopefully he dies to poison before my teammates all die. My teammates, in addition to trying to poison him, are just going to try to murder away all these wisps. The wisps aren't a huge deal. They're annoying mostly. They summon bones, they inflict pain, they heal themselves. So it's just nice to get him off the table and let poison take care of this guy, or so I think. Of course, if I lose this, I'm always going to wonder if I shouldn't have just taken the Ludus and had, a 1 in 3 shot of getting a 5 or a 6 poison onto him, instead of the smaller amounts of poison from the Venom. All right, so let's see. We need to take something off the Brawler, and that would be this thing. So now we need to poison on the left sides. This is, okay, I guess I should put it on somebody. Probably the Sorcerer, because the Sorcerer wants to keep rolling to generate mana off these cantrips, and so if the last roll is this, that would help against a Wisp, whereas the Venom is more likely to stop rolling after getting a good side. Okie dokie. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're starting off with the Weaken on the top and bottom. And what the hell are the Wisps doing? They're not really doing much. They're summoning bones, 3 of them are, and then these are inflicting pain. All right, do I keep a 4? It is one of the better ones. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the 4. I could re-roll this trying to get one of the poison sides, and I think I am gonna do that. And the question is, do I keep this to cleanse away the weakened effect and heal? I think it's too early to be doing that because, yeah, I mean, I could unweaken the Sorcerer. Oh, that would mean the Sorcerer can continue to generate mana next turn off the cantrips. Yes, I want the Sorcerer not to be weak so that these continue generating mana. Very well, we're going to do it. And then you are going to roll, and you're obviously going to roll, and then the Keeper wants the shield. Okay, we got Cleanse. That could be good. I'll take it. Oh my god, our mana generation here is leaving something to be desired. All right, we got 2 Miasmas. That's fine. So let's see. We're going to prevent the Sorcerer from getting weakened at all. The Venom, I'm going to do this to cleanse. Oh, okay, maybe not. Because that immediately makes this thing immune. Obviously, I want to target the Wisps, but most of them aren't actually doing anything except summoning bones. All right, we'll do the Shaman. This prevents the Shaman from having pain, and it also triggers invulnerability on this Wisp. And I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled by the fact that we are only getting off 2 Miasmas here. But, you know, We did what we could. So now, I think I just want to trigger another immunity off of one of these wisps. Get all of those immunities off. And then hope that I can finish them off later. Okay, so we have reinforcements in the form of the bones. Damage-wise, we're okay, except the sorcerer. Okay, he's hitting the top and bottom again, and now the venom and sorcerer are both dying. Okay, well, let's see. 3 mana. I gotta try to go for the bigger mana sides. We're gonna keep the cleanse. This thing is, well, this thing is rampage. I could kill this wisp and hit another wisp. But the problem is these wisps are going to go immune after I hit them, so I'm not going to be able to go on a rampage. If this immunity HP didn't exist, I could, for example, miasma to damage each of these, and then go boom, boom, boom. But that is not the world we live in, so I think I need to re-roll that. 3 again. Now, if I re-roll, I have a 1 in 6 chance of failing. And you're weakened for some reason. Okay, can I unweaken you? How much weaken do you have? Weaken 3, all sides reduced by 3. Okay, so I could weaken this, unweaken it and have it do 1 poison damage. I guess we're gonna do that. And then this is not the poison side. We're gonna re-roll. I think I'm in trouble. When you're in trouble, you gotta take risks. Okay, well, we rolled a short sword. That's terrific. And we kept on rolling this 3 mana side. Very well. So now this is an easy move here, because that is a rampage. And I can trigger an immunity with the other use of that. Let's see, so we're gonna cleanse you. That triggered that immunity. We're gonna, I think, well, do I stack more poison on this thing? I think it makes more sense to try to get someone else's immunity off. Like maybe this bones. This wisp is about to lose it anyway because of miasma. In fact, let's just do that for everybody. And then your rampage, unfortunately, does not work because this thing's immune. Oh man, that is very, very depressing. So basically, I have a problem, which is that the sorcerer is about to die. So I have to, I think, ritual, which doesn't even save him. Oh man, all right, we gotta back up. That is a major problem. Because if I do this, it also doesn't save him. Oh man, I just don't know if I can afford to do 2 rituals and not apply any poison at all here. Okay. Well, we gotta make a decision. And I think I am gonna just, yeah, we're gonna trigger all these immunities. Because I don't want any extra enemies sitting around. We'll hit, I guess I am gonna stick another poison on you. Even though it's not gonna activate right now, it'll be on there later. And, yeah. We got a ritual twice. I can't let my sorcerer die. This is extremely scary now because there is not nearly as much poison as I would like on this inevitable individual. And my venom and sorcerer kept getting weakened, which is a major problem. So he rolls the big damage and heal, which is honestly pretty lucky because that just means the shaman's getting hit for a bunch and I don't really care about that too much. So mainly what I can do now is just try to get a bunch of mana, but my shaman just does not want to roll these mana sides. Okay, the venom did get this, which will be a combo. All right, we have a combo. We might have to let the sorcerer and or the venom go. Oh my god, we got the 10 mana. This might still work. If you could roll mana, that'd be great. Thanks. Okay, we have 14 mana to work with. Now, couple of things. I do get this massive 8 poison attack on the inevitable. However, I do believe the brawler gets whomped, right? Because of the pain. Actually, he has a lot of shields. It's not the end of the world, but I guess I should ritual up here because that does take everything off of the venom, brawler, and keeper. And lets the brawler not take a gajillion damage. Oh yeah, also, this has a shield on it. Nope. Why did he get more shielded? Okay. Don't know, man. Don't know why he got more shielded, but okay. So now this is a big 10 poison. We actually got our gamble to pay off. The inevitable has 13 poison on it, and I could actually put on 17 hold on, do I even need to do that? Oh right, the only reason that was that big is because this gets +1 for each poison. +1 pip for each poison on all characters, so that's the only reason it was huge. Okay, do I actually even need this on the inevitable? It has 13 poison. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know what? F it. You're dying, buddy. All right, so next turn with 29 poison, he's gonna die. Let's not throw the sorcerer away. And oh my god, we might make it. So let's see. We're going to miasma up here because that gives an extra poison. And then it makes all those die. And then we're going to... Well, what do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was going to bemoan the fact that I can't hex in this fight because all the wisps start with 5 HP. But this wisp actually healed itself. So I can hex it. And we have a bones here. Okay, so it makes sense, I think, to trigger the immunity. And... pass. We still have some reinforcements in this wisp and another bones, but everyone's alive. I mean, I can handle bones. All right, you get one more turn. Okay, okay. So what we're looking for here is a big hit on the bones, and, you know, he kept rolling these sides, which I guess is fine. He never healed himself, but he's gonna die. I don't need to hit him. We just need to kill these bones. So I'm looking for a way to one-shot this bone. And that's only going to be, well, through that steel side or the venom getting this poison thing again. So, I mean, I guess I'll roll for that. All right, there it is. Now I just... Okay, you know what? I didn't need to roll there, but I did. So we can do this. One-shot you... Oh, right, the splash damage from the bone. It's a good thing that that splash damage didn't trigger invulnerability. And, yeah, it's over. So, I suppose we can maybe even save our characters here. You have +2 to incoming healing. Oh my god, this is just for flexing. And I can even whack you once without triggering immunity. Everybody lives, and the inevitable dies. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I am somewhat in disbelief at the fact that I managed to get 3 wins on camera. I had a few wins before I started recording, but I've lost on hard more often than I have won, so I am wondering if I'm heading for a comeuppance. But for now, I am giddy with delight. Thanks again, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.